compound so envy about itself being beaten track and a known funk. Do I dare go ring a ding dong? I know I'm not casual. Would I find myself just as usual? No, it's not the common spider, but it's only one thing I couldn't celebrate. If it's this year, to find out why, take some time, wonder who. But still, Daddy, yes, Jet, there's a beaten way. A beaten way? Yes, Daddy. So I can look now and get my kids this gift set for Christmas and New Year. Start them off early as young and see them properly, you know. Teach them first that the embryo is purchased and birthed as right. Then insanely taken, one can challenge themselves in the mainstream. Without the views being honest, one can set free or set apart from the usual aspects themselves as volunteers. Then jumping from there, we shoot straight over. We find that one can consist of such a diamond template. Then we move onwards and we see that the recurrent will balance out later in the storm. One can see fit from themselves that no such thing as honest can be placed unless it's usual. Now we can see that the tendencies to agree are only the information that is sometimes provided to us. And then we can jump straight to what is usual. Usual for itself to be aspectly rechanged or volunteered to the maid. But then one can come to be sure enough of themselves in presence and know that it's not just a secret, but sometimes secrets are held deeply. Then we move onwards to here, and we see the aspect take itself in the retaining of the information, and we move onwards to the steel 1 placed, the steel 2 3 placed, and the steel 4 placed, 3 placed, and then you make your mark as referred to the customer over here, the balance of the sum here. Then you move on to the little one. Little one's always effective. Oh. See, little one's always effective. Then you straight on to match with the sermon of the information schedule being volunteered to the aids of the parent maid. And you come across, and it all represents now to be clear, and you find out that there's one aspect that can maintain itself. Then you jump straight to where it personally hits. Then you come back to the one that we most want to retain. And so on that day, once they got their gift set all neated out and organised, then simply a matter of concealing the information and making the data spread ready to be usual. Simply then all it takes is one cigarette, full inhale, full drag, the whole ciggy, standard size peenie. Then you want to set free that embryo into your sight and becomes the embryoid state. And as you think of this, sorry mate, are you saying as usual? Yeah, you set your embryoid free. Oh, yeah. What do you mean by that, Daddy? So you're telling me once I got my system in check, all I have to do is drag one ciggy and then nozzle it out, and watch you follow me around in the shy crowd. You can, move her on. You can then embark on making a whole other system, but basically follow the same degree. So your embryo, your started state, you can make that into your delusion that your psychic range is metered by your belief structures. So in the revert operation, all it takes for you to clarify any information is by simply anointing that one structure of the mind is referred to as insane, and the sane membrane is a critical looking person that finds within you sanity. So you check them for insane, and you say to them they're sane. Then when they find in you the same, you cross-refer and check the insane. Then for your embroid that's carrying to their wind, you refer to the data of psychic range. So your embroid is what you first appeal to, connects to the host, and the host is always sane. You yourself then refer to yourself from them as sane. So they always think that you're sane, in the same range. Then being insane, you come into contact with your embroid, and your embroid always knows that you're insane. And that hooks up to their sane range, and you have psychic range of meter light. That's what I told them today. I said, there's no waste. There's no waste. Back in the day when I first taught this sort of stuff, I got locked up. The amount of evil shit that went down, honestly, they came after me just murdering people because people took my knowledge on and they were doing crazy shit. Yeah, it's true. Fucking hell. But that's the way to avoid cracking the head. Yeah. Yeah, you have that in the system function. In the embroid state. The data spread covered by the information rate, the usual aspect. So instead of blowing ahead, your usual aspect will be retaining the information. So by retaining the information, it's on the full drag in. Yeah, and then that's obviously, it's the opposite inversion. We don't breathe in. When we're doing that, it's like a plunger. And that's when the light comes up, left arm and right foot. And then when we blow out, we're blowing out the remaining of the light, the remaining of the field of energy, or the straighted lead. And so we don't actually breathe in, it's just a plummeter. Oh yeah, right. And so when you're dragging that full ciggy, it gets your full light build up, comes full into the brain and resonates in your system. Then you just inhale your system into the reservation. Okay, right. So that then returns to the tree flow and you make that system. Yeah, I think so, boss, yeah. Oh, right, shit, yeah. I remember that cowboy day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that day was pretty well revenued. Yeah, mate, fuck Jesus. Fucking Jesus, boss. Still saying in the sun. The moon. Yeah, the moon just... Man. What's older, the world or the moon? What move did the moon do before there was a world? Ah, yeah. Now is she just sitting there and going in the same orbit that the Earth now goes in, or? I don't know if she's older. Well, still, it's like when she's moving, she's taking the tension of the world, eh? Yeah, I guess so, taking the tension of the world. And then she's on the other side and the sun's there, and that's when the sun just beams straight in. Oh, yep. So now look at the moon around the system. And the moon's on the other side. And the flow of light just comes straight through the system and builds up pressure and then unites. Then bang, produce the crop. The very trees, the very stars within the trees, the very shielding of the way without the beam of light being sounded. The mystical quests, the mystical jewels. Even to this day, there's even pedals still fan. Someone might have calibrated how the fan had to be, but someone sharpened the narrow plane before the blade could be made its place. And so it wasn't working without itself. But still today, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah. Oh, it's doing a lot better. Yeah, it's doing a lot better. Really is, actually. Ah. So that's how all you ones here talking to I. You made your psychic system, you've got your embryo attached to me, then I'm sane, and I check you guys to be sane, or at least the same as I, as insane. Then you connect to the embryo, and you can hear me and be on channel through it. Yes, Daddy. No, waste all that, it's just the old fella, I reckon. No, Daddy, definitely not Daddy. It's all them out there in the field, Daddy. No way. No way, Daddy. God, you're just going to get me anchored. No, mate, I told you, I'm not God's son. I'm the Father's son. So who's God? No one's God's son. Why not? Just an emergency package there if someone needs to take handle of that. I don't believe that. I believe the creation's God. What, the Lord? Yeah, the Lord God. Oh, so it says the Lord is God. Yeah, that's what we made in the end, you know. We made the Lord. He made the Lord. But the design was right. No, the seed came up. You know, he watched the dream, then became the dream. Then the seed cracked and opened, flipped up like that. Up came the tree. Then the tree blossomed and flowered. It became the fruit. The truth. The roof. The Lord God. Right. And I know it's one. Because, yeah, it's got to be one. I've never seen anyone say it's a different colour anywhere other than where it's not. Ah, the fruit. Yeah, even so, back in those days, you used to be able to pick fruit straight off the tree. Yeah, that's true, yeah. That's true, yeah. That's true, yeah. Yeah, I think he's the Lord. But he had to be there already in the seed, eh? What, the Lord? No way, that's what we designed and cropped. But he wasn't in the seed. What, so I, the Son, had the seed of the Father in me, and the flower and the fruit was in the Father. Well, that had to be if that's what the seed made in the end. No. The seed was me, the Son. Weren't you the Son with the seed in you? Yeah, that's right. Ah, so the Son had the seed in it. Yeah, then the seed opened and became the tree. Then we planted the news and designed the worship. And then the flower became over the tree. It blossomed, yeah. Then we made out of the Son the sharing way to what the flower would be. So I'm your younger brother. You might be son. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. It's good news, show. It's good news, show. Sorry we had an interruption. We weren't quite ready though. See, I was saying now, with this skill set, gift set, bloody care package and shit like that, all the kids at home can make themselves elevation plots. Yeah, basically you can build anything in there. You know, with the same usual aspect. You run the same system. Interchange a few things. Basically, it's like you plant one seed at a time, you know. Ah, yep, and you gotta blossom and groom that seed. And like, yeah, the farmers or the fathers that know how to seed it properly, they'll know what they're doing. And just by the one drag there, you get enough pressure up. And the sun comes straight in, obviously runs through the system. And you hold that finger dumb. And the left toe you want to ground still. You hold that finger dumb. Right, then it runs back up the vein. And then you blow out. And your system becomes living in the world, you know, living in the union. No way, son. No way it works, son. Nah? No, I don't think so, son. I don't think so, son. Nah, we don't want to make that one in your state, son. Then we give it all to the play kids. Yeah, I just don't believe, Father, that you've been tricking me this whole time and it's everyone else. Well, son, I had to do my move. Don't you just make that voice now. Well, see there, you pretend like you're Ben the Indigenous son. And you're not even sounding like him. Well, that's true, but that could be his embroid state that's within you and him talking through. Nah, you see, that's why you've done all this to me. Because I made up this stupid crazy shit. Maybe, son. Maybe, son. Oh, well, still, you can see how I was like in the beginning. What do you mean, son? Well, when my head got cracked, yeah? Yeah. I believed I was Jesus Christ. The Lord, you know, the Lord God. And that's when he was made. Of course, yeah. So it's my birthday today, son. Yeah. This is when the property was designed. No way, son. Yeah. No, right from the train. Once the train's in, you see the train in the sky nowadays? That train runs right back through. And kids came into the train of thought, influently flew the flying food, and became the force of thought. And thought became four, as four became thoughts, and became the fruit blue, still true blue. Ah, and then around the world, well, some people stayed on the train. Some people stayed on the train, yeah? Yeah, yep, the ancestors must have stayed on the train. That's right, so they had their com badge on, you know, yep. And they were just instant free flow from the train minister. The train minister would just talk straight through them, and based on their brain DNA model and design of their property line, wherever they were purchased within every culture and tribe, they just spoke the same exact influence, but within their recipe or their ingredient of their inferior area. Ah, okay. Like he gave this side of the world the tongue and recognition of what one can show without needing to be. The other side of the world, he dumbed down the deeing of what one would D for if they don't find within their D's the D that can't be D'd. Then one on the other side, the place that I believe isn't for when I've seen. It's only for the day that I can't believe that I know that I would have seen. Then the other side there, made it a home, and within the home he built a building, but he threw it as a stone. Then the stone became left of himself, and as it was not himself, they spoke in proverbs, didn't they? In rich tongue proverbs, yeah. Are you just making this up because you don't know much? Never. Never, son. Never was that in history. What do you mean? It's in history today. Welcome to History Lesson Head Screams. So you're saying first you had delusions. Paranoia. So paranoia being the first result of anything decaying. No, so whatever was still mounted here. Before there was an image to look at. That's right, so look at this. But now imagine jet like that. Ah, before there was an image to look at. Well, out of the image became jet. Jet. That's when information was retained without itself being believed. And so paranoia was a resulting of something already perfectly seen, such as that backdrop image, becoming displayed by itself being ruptured. Came the emerging then of disbelief that something was new. And in that state became the frame of delusional base. And within the dissociation or the disassociation became the base of resolution or resulted. And so that's when emerged a character that one would forbid to be seasoned without themselves being seen and no development of anything being made. Then rose from the image the fear that placed in itself the paranormal activities of ceasing sights and sights being made and behaviours. Then as a renewal, the rapture occurred when displaced was the button, and the button wasn't just made, but the place that was made wasn't just button, and so it became the one that pressed before itself as that button. Then because it wasn't there, no one could say that it would be there unless the resulting made hadn't been named. And on that day, no one could be resulted for any such thing other than themselves being seated. Without themselves knowing, then no way couldn't you know without yourself not being seen. Hold on, son. You're saying first there's paranoid first, because the image was seen. So before there's even an image there, such as jet emerging, there's still the base. Oh, I see. And out of the door became. Oh, all right. Alright, so out of the door. Yep. You won't be able to do it. Nope. And land in that plane there. No way, son. How'd you do that, son? How'd you get that image on there, son? How'd you do that, son? You know, when you're just throwing shit around by accident, you know, you press the more button. No, you want more than just the brickwork, the standard brick wall, and you think they've got more options, but that goes to your gallery and says select your own, you know? No way, son. That's good news, son. We can more show it now. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Bloody hell, mate. Ah, yes, son. Yes, son. Yes, son. Just if we had that, son. Yeah, I know, it's a demon of a bloody mongrel. What's the matter? Got rid of my projector, didn't I? Traded it. They'll make me trade everything today. You know? I'm not allowed to have any nice things. I'm just not allowed to. Once you're in that mob, you know, you're not allowed to have nice things. You're just going to trade them. Ah, right. It's a bloody pain in the ass. Really is. I could really use it for the gig here. Isn't that what you worked out earlier, Daddy? Yeah, I think everyone sees that tree thing that I'm running. How the energy's linked to everyone and stuff, and how I'm the air. You know, I say I'm all these different things. I think they think I'm trying to, like, make them breathe me in. But that's when I thought, they breathe in oxygen, they blow half of me out. Even more than half of me they blow out. And I was like, they think I'm just making all that shit to try to control them and drive them around. That's ridiculous. Like I said, it's reversed. You don't actually breathe air in. That's where you expel the rest of the light. So it all goes to your eye, the light. Ah, right. Then what's not used, you blow out. Ah, so the cleaner you are, the better your eye is. Of course, yeah. Ah, right. That's why we're not known to smoke. No, we don't actually inhale anything. Oh, crazy. Oh, crazy. Ah. Well, you get a better eye. Of course. Oh, the evolution of eye. Oh. And what's that mean? Oh, the high best range is up there. The high bet range is up there. Can disassociate from the whole organ complete. And out of their eye bleed into a ball of atmosphere. And then just fly around. Oh, alright. And then drop into eyes and look around. Yeah, mate, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah. Oh, right. Oh, right. What? Then redesign the eye model. The person behind the eye. I guess so, if they needed to, yeah. Who accesses that behaviour? Guess the farmer, mate, the one that gives you the light. Oh, right. Much better today. Since I put them first, I found out it's a lot better. You need to zoom out on that. I need to very crop it. It's, yes. The whole image wouldn't fit in the image. Yeah. So you can come out of the cave and that. Yeah. That was one of your maps, wasn't it? Yeah, then there was the other map. That's why I think I got it right. What's that? Now the rainbow goes like that. So you're looking out any direction, the rainbow's like this. Sorry, like this. Down there, yep. And you can see, like, when it comes around, you leave this island and you're going that way. When it comes around, it takes the whole island, base form and solid. Oh, you're talking about that one the other day, how you drive out from your island and it's night time and night time follows you and then flips around in front of you and you land on the same continent. Yeah. So you're saying with that one there, depending on the speed you go, you have to go the same speed of the night. So night might go from, say, 8 o'clock to 6 a.m. So 10 hours. If you go faster than that, then it'll take you longer to get there because the continent hasn't come around yet. If you go at the same speed for the night to come around and be over the next continent, then you'll be there exactly as night falls into day. Oh, right. So even less than that, wouldn't it? Yeah, less than 8 hours. It's 8 hours like in one continent. So it'd be like a 4 hours to the other continents. Yeah, mate, that's what I said, mate. That's why we just wait out there on the side of the base. Oh, right. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Don't panic, though. There's no way to allure yourself. You know, about the season, and there's no way to take it. Unless I hadn't thought of myself, then I wouldn't find myself. So I know not myself, and I put others before me today, because that makes a lot better for my head. When I put someone before I, then my head can't really rest. I can't really get rested, so when everyone is before me, then I know that I make myself better. And as I'm better on this, then I can make sure that I always put everything before I, and that way it's a lot better. Alright. So you're saying that's the top one. So if you look at it from the other side, from that side, then purple is really the top, and red is really the bottom. Oh, because purple on the bottom is actually closer to you, so that's the top, and red's further away. Yeah, but then purple's really closer to you, and red's further away. Oh, and same on this one. Oh, you got purple to purple there. Oh, yeah, you draw that. So that's how you'd see purple normally on the top. Red, then under red, purple under red to red. But red's really further away. No, red goes right the way around. Oh, yeah, right. Fuck yeah. That's a tricky old rainbow, isn't it? Ain't it? Yeah. You know, just a general flaw of the idea. No, we see two sequences of a pattern. Really, it's just one emergent creature or one emergent philosophy. See, I was saying that red wraps right around to the very exterior, and there's only actually one red in the core detail of the rainbow. Yeah, but it was upside down beforehand, you know? So we removed that error. Okay. And now as you look at red, be going right from where you see it. On the bottom. Yep, see that's where you take the slip lane. And you come up into this field. So let's do that the other way. Take the slip lane and come up into here. We land in that bit in there, you know. Oh, yeah. That bit of there. So green would become what you're suspending on, you know, the lawn that you drive on. Yellow would be the gamma wave function that holds you in arrest. And amber would be the daylight sequence back to the model of deep blue, which holds you in a state of frame when you're riding up there on the surface. And light being the sync to light of yellow, where light blue is the sync to light of yellow, sorry. And the light blue is the sky resonation of why you're coming through the green and riding to the red beam and slipping through to the underlining potential wearing of the green amber. That's where you rest in a night state and you find that yourself can't be placed. For no day could be made without yourself being, and no way could it be taken without yourself seen. Oh, all right. I just don't understand, mate, how I could live back there if it was only made today. If it was only made today. So you rock up on site, yeah? What job do we have on, boss? Oh, making some toolboxes. Oh, yeah, sweet. Then the day that they're made is later on, you know? Oh, well, yeah, okay, yep, okay, mate. Okay, mate, just calm down a bit, mate. Come on, my lord, GC. You're a bit smarter than that. No, I'm not that smart. Alright then. I was playing for myself until today. Didn't realise I had a back and a pack that I could take. Found out I flew in just as quick as you could stay. Now I'm finding out on any day that I could give God's gift away. Cause it's not just for my clear space, not just for the weather that I take. It's only the name that I could say for the day I rest in and start to fade. Now I know it's true that you say, where is the truth when you got given this way? Now I find that it's not just my pain, just the wave that I set into sea. I could look at a God's given gift, another way to take myself in blame. But when I hold it deep in the vein, then I know myself can't just reject all that I say. Cause it's not the truth that you make, it's only the way that you fathom that there's a gate. When you think about anything other than your mates, now I could say, ain't this truth if it's not that true? Now I might be one to say, just before that day there wasn't any mates. Couldn't even find myself a yellow bib, just because I wasn't playing with skin. Now I find out it's not the truth, unless I know it can't just be true. But hey, some say, what do I make? Unless my name just ain't gonna be placed. Cause it's not for you to say, it's not for you to say. Yeah, it's not for you to say. Yeah, it's not for you to say. Yeah, it's not for you to say. And some days I work it just as quick as I can receive it, cause I've never made myself see that there's no need to it. And I find out that some days I might be just one checking in to see them sooner than I could believe. Now I find out there's no way to take just because my name couldn't be there's the place. Now I think about all that it might be when I got saved. And some days of the week it's just where I play. Now I know it's only my name, and no one could change before those days. Until I thought about what it is, and I remembered it's just not as good. When it's quick enough to proceed, but no one could relate. Especially when I'm dead and my mates say, boy, you gotta ride out that degree. And I say, well, would it be just because my bib wasn't never found out to be sent by my bin? Now I think it's not my name that no one can take. I think it's just about those days when I wasn't awake. Now I say, would it be just true that some days I couldn't reveal all of you? Because I'm not really there where you could say. And so it still gets me going at the gate. I'm amazed by all such things that you could say. Still these days I hadn't thought of my sane. And when I know it's the truth then I could walk away. Or I could make myself see, for this just ain't my day. And yeah, it's the truth, don't you wait. 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 Sure thing. You drove your boat slower, at the speed of night. You'd arrive there at the same time as going faster. If you go faster, it'll take you longer. The night's way far behind you. So you're going 150,000 miles an hour. You know, you gotta wait for the night to get there for it to be daytime, you know? Yep. So here's the night going behind you. Take you hours, wouldn't it, mate? To a standard mapping degree, yeah. But if you got the speed of the night, oh, I can see shore. Landed. Oh shit, maybe so, son. There's got to be more maps out there. You know, good map design or good map designer. You know. Now just look at this. We've measured the circumference of the world, yeah. What do you got here, Danny? Oh, sorry. Let's say this rainbow part here, this part here. That's the sea, yeah? Yeah. But when there's a wave up to there, then that stretch gets wider in length, in diameter, yeah. Alright. So how now you can try to tell me that the distance between the lands isn't bet on? Oh, yeah, because the wave goes up. Yeah, right, yeah. Wave goes up, so when you're going 5 metre swell, that's an extra 5 metres just on that sea wave. So say it's 150 metres wide. Yeah, if you got one 5 metre wave, it's now 155 metres long. Plus the 5 metres down on the other side, or the 2.35. Yep, 8.35, yeah. Right, because when you go down, it's a bit deeper in. Then you come back to flat. Oh, yeah, chuck the extra metre on as well there, mate. Good work, mate. Good work, mate. Is that how truckies always make it there early? Why? Because they go the speed of the night. 100 k's an hour. Still saying we could just change our map design and have a whole new intercurrents. Yeah. I reckon so, yeah. Definitely creation. Look, we changed the rainbow, didn't we? Well, I realised today that my brain was acting like a lot of people that I look like on my movies. You know, when I had died, when my father had died, you know, she kept posting movies. Yeah. And I watched a few of them back and it looked like friends. And I looked like a lot of people that I'd known. Ah, right. Then it made her like, oh shit, that is not in the body. Because the brain's the one mostly functioning all the time, you know. Ah, yeah. Especially when I made her God. By saying the God. You know, I pointed to the word God. Before that, she just knew it as the sound. I pointed to the word God and said God. Ah, because you can read like, hey, how you doing, God? But she doesn't know that the words, which one's God? Ah, so I went, God, 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 God. And she became God. And then we've been fighting with each other because sometimes she thinks it's not me in the body. She says, it's not yours to take. You know, it's not yours. You know, I want Daddy. And then she thinks Daddy's lost. But Daddy's back now. Yep. Daddy's back now, yeah. That's a good solo, Joshua. Yes, mate. Good work, Joshua. How'd you go out there in the intro there? Found out lots, mate. Lots of wearing? Lots of wearing, mate. Spent a day with the father, did you? Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Yes, Sonny. Alright. Still saying that light that runs from the tree. Comes to focus and sees. Yeah, it's the brain, yeah. You know, it connects at the heart. Boom. Energy to being. Then prevalence to soul. Oh, like the soul adult. Okay, yeah. A whole lot of individual aspects of the tree. Of God. Well, we are the one that's carrying the being inside of us. When it energizes from the tree line, though, then the soul presents forward, and we become the one witnessing the experience of the souls. Ah. Okay, so we're not really ourselves, you're saying? No, you have to look at it like there's only the personal discovery of no one being. If no one ever was, then what would make one man discover that he's not? If no one ever was, then what would make one man discover that he's not? That another man became. And what would that man say? I am that one. And what would the man reject? I am not that one. And would he be saying to himself that I am not that one? Or that one is not the one, because no one's ever been? Then two men will become. Now the next man would go, I am the one. Then someone will say to him, I am not that one. You know, I'm not the one. And then he'd carry on and everyone would be the one eventually. Yes, my boys. Yes, my boys. So if no one isn't, then what do we find ourselves to be belonging to? That someone else might be. And if someone else ain't been, then no one bees. And so what do we find then? That we're all one being. Absolutely, happy scheduler there. Bloody hell. Happy scheduler there, son. Marked it complete. Bloody hell. Wasn't meant to look like that. I ask myself who does that. That's what I mean. It must be the light returning from my fingers and just automatically scrunches it up and leaves an energy imprint. Ah. Must be. Ah, well. Well. And what's that show you? To get clean so I can have better sight. Ah. You're the first person birthed. On the air on pilot mode. Yeah, but still. Here's where you design the flow. Made the fruit. Made the root. And as the root was made, they flew through on the train expo and became out of the day when they arrived. And the ancestors were online to them. Yep. This way to go, this way to go, this way to go, this way to go, yep. Laying down all the original facts and teachings. And they flew straight through to two. And two became one whole as one two. And made out of themselves the two. That became one as cell. Yeah, and then we realised that, yeah, it's all possible to link up that way. You know, you can be trapped in a head spell. Like, you'd be dazzled by just one alone star imprint. Yes. Like, every night you're out there and you always see the exact same star whenever you look up, you know? It's like it's following you. Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. Now, I lost what I was going to say there. Of course you did, mate. You're thinking about your star. I got distracted by focusing on the attention wave. Ah, yeah. But still, when you focus that much on some detail, then you can't find out for yourself if it's not wearing. But still don't make it avenued if you're not making yourself as real. What? I thought it was perfect today. Perfect today. Yeah, today's perfect. Everyone's real out there. You know, they're all showing meaning. But honestly, they're putting themselves before anyone else. No. No. That's how you do your in work. When you get someone in, you know, you get your in on someone, boom. That's when they're in Bredio, connect straight to you. Ah, alright. Then the embryo channels back to them in the way that they've harvested within their information structure. Ah, right. So you can have so many other embryos linked to any one person. Yeah. Then you can link to it yourself. Why is that? Because you have the reverse aspector back this way. No, that's what I mean. Once you get more sight, your eye will take that mind. What do you mean? It's not the reverse aspector like you link up this way and down this way, and then you link up to your embryo. Your embryo doesn't hang on the tree. Your embryo is like a ghost that walks around. Ah, right. So, yeah, you make your embryo for everyone that you newly meet. So you meet one new person, you have 10 system wearings on the go at harvest at any time. Meet 10 new people, they need an embryo state, like per person. Ah, right. But once you develop with your eye, then your eye will become like de-less the organ, like the whole personal property will become like not there, and your eye will bleed out to not even hear itself, and the light bleed will focus on your energy scene, and you can swing from tree or branch to branch and travel like that, and come straight back into personhood at any one dividend within the referral sheets. Alright. Just saying while you're blinking, you could be gone and reappear. So when I reappear, I come from the top down. When I disappear, so just before I blink, I go from the bottom up. Then I blink and it's top down and you don't even notice. No, you don't, Admiral. No, you don't, mate. No, you don't, mate. You're just trying to fill my system with a whole lot of shit. I've got the lid on, mate. Can't get in there, mate. Remember, Abel's holding the rod. Ah, damn it. We're not going to make anything this time. Nah. Damn it. Put holes in to release the steam, didn't I? They gave me too many gifts. What gifts they give you? This? They left it under the bar table at the pub. When I was picking up ciggy butts at night time. The basket for the top of the Land Cruiser. Yes, mate. An awning. After I traded my awning. Annex. Awning. Gave me extra charge when I booked this picture in. Nice. Jet's about to hook up straight to the Rainbow now and travel. Aye. I'm just excited that we can change that map. Just saying, going at the speed of night. Then it becomes day when you're night where you arrive. Yeah, so you follow the night. When you leave, it's night time, and those stars are the exact shape of the continent that you're on. And as night comes to the next continent, then down goes that continent. I like that, Rebuster. What an army tactic that is, or Marine Civil Corps. Yeah, mate. Fleet could sneak in like that, mate. Yeah, so they'd be watching them on radar properly. Yeah, they're at least 16 and a half hours out, mate. Then bang, they're there in bloody 2 hours, Yep, just sneak straight across. Yeah, mate. Sometimes going slow is better. Ain't there that TV show where that old fella that's like God drives that young fella across the interstate in America and he goes hell slow like a Sunday drive? And the kid loses his shit and gets out, but then the old man beats him where he's going? Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah, right. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, right. You know when you're watching a star out your window when you're driving, and the star like follows you the whole way. Ah, yeah, yeah. Till you overtake your car, and the star like goes with them. Well, it slows down when you overtake a car, you know. So yep, yep. Yeah, you got to do it on autopilot with the no one can see the star. Yeah, yes, or the moon, go the speed of the moon, maybe. Because it's always night time when the moon is, eh? Nah, the moon's out during day sometimes. Yeah, but not from the other side. So the moon's out. The moon's out during the day. And we're seeing it. Sorry. Let's get it here. The moon's out during the day. Gonna get it, mate. The moon's out during the day. And we're here, you know. Yeah. And you follow that around the water. Now it goes around. And there's a continent right here. What did they see? The underside of the moon? That's what I mean. It doesn't make sense, that usual map. Because it wouldn't be like that. Terry. Terry, fit out of here. Fit out of here, Terry. That's why I suggest it does go like full moon. Because the world's spinning as well, mate. Turns there. Turns there. Then turns there. New moon. Which could be the other side of it. But then turns back there. Then turns there. Then returns to full moon. And as the world is spinning, so now you're going to say it's over here again. Yep, and from this continent, which is flat or curved like that, they see the face of it. That continent there, they're seeing the face of it. Yep. But this continent down here would be seeing like the very edge of it. But then it must go like that. Because whenever it's full moon around the whole world, yeah? I would have thought so. Otherwise, when they're staying the bottom of it, so that's the moon, you know, so it's got to stay like so. When it's up there, I'm here looking at it in this continent, and they're around here. They'd be seeing less of it than I am. Yeah, but then it spins with the world. No, well, the world spins around to where I am. It must already be seen when it's a full moon. Yeah, so there has to be an underlying observer that states it in frame of where it's networked. So that everyone sees it as full moon and doesn't like show a corner of itself. But when it's rising on the like horizon, it's come straight to full, you know? Then it sort of goes over like that. But when it's on the horizon and facing straight to me, There's an island around like the other side here. That I would have said that. Yeah, why aren't they saying like the other side of it? Huh? There it is, Travis. Yeah, I'm showing at it. And it rises like this and goes over me. Now it gets to there. And I've got to turn my head around to see it. And when I'm seeing it, it's still the same way to me, you know? Yep. But when it's there, someone around the horizon, yep. So they're like down here from where I am, would they be seeing the same way? Of course, mate. Oh, yeah, they would be, wouldn't they? Oh, okay. No, I didn't think they would be. Like, it must be the perfect measure away. Yeah, so now when it's out during the day, out during the day, yeah. Let's say it's midday. Sun's right here and the moon's there. What are these ones around in the night time? See it in night? It'd be there early arvo. Alright. Then it follows me. And my sun's now here. And it's early arvo. Yep. Then it's there. And it's night time when it's setting. Yeah, you'd see it just at night time on the horizon. Oh, because the sun's already gone. Yeah, it would. So you're saying leave when the moon appears and go the opposite direction. So the moon appears. If you go drive this way on your boat. Then night time comes to there, doesn't it? The sun's over here at the moment. Yeah. Ah, because the moon's always in one place. The moon's always in one place now. So that means it's the next continent about to buoy. But night time's becoming to where you are. And to where you're going. So you want to go the other way. So night time is here. Yep. And you go this way from your continent. Go at the speed of the moon. You get there a lot slower, but at the same time as night would. See? That's where I'm not fitted. I'm not the space couple to see. You guys worked all that stuff out. Didn't you design it? Yeah, I sure did. I can tell you at 40 bits per second, the rate of the dimension is placed as the usual aspect is contained. One can leave in the boat at night time and travel up through the flying beat. As they land at the beach, they find themselves beating. Then they beat down. We come back to the same horizon. So you go out like this, and you're actually going up because of the waves. So when you go up one wave, you realise you're actually going back to the same horizon. So there's a wave wall. There's a wave wall, that's right. Space Cadets Army manuals. No zoner. No wave wall. What is northeast, southwest banks? You're designing a new roof, mate, and I don't like it. Okay. What I'm saying is if we can change the rainbow, then we can change anything. No. How much easier would that be? Now it's a lot less of a trip. You know, we get there in 25 minutes, I said, didn't we? What, on the train? Yeah. Why is that? Because if we retrained everyone that lived on every island, you know, the sun rises here at this time, like 7 a.m. and then goes down at 8 o'clock. Then every island would be the exact same. There'd be no daylight savings. So I have to leave here at 7 a.m. and follow the sun. Yep. Ride that wave wall. 252 k's out. And come back the same dimension. The sun goes over pretty quick. So rises there. By noon, the sun hasn't moved. That's right, so you can be there in 25 minutes. Oh, because you just fly straight towards the sun. Yeah, hit that wave wall, then bang, you're coming back this way and you land at the other continent in that time zone. Nah, that's too far on the maps. Too far on the maps. Yes, my son. I love that voice, Father. No, it's like you're automatic. You know, you're not really there. Yes, my son. That's my favourite too, my son. Already checked it in place, my son. Alright. Bloody hell. See, he judges you straight up, doesn't he? Yes, my son. Sees every action that you're going to undergo and go through. Then tells you you're bloody made today. Tells you a week before. You know, you're being made. You're being made. Then you get made and you're like, ah, shit. Yeah. You can't really change it though because he's already watched it. Of course you can change. You got free will. Ah, alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't say it, Danny. Say it, chat. Yes, Danny. But you have to go faster to land at the other side. No, because it flips over, so the continent, the shore you leave from, now the stars on the horizon there, they end up flipping over, become the other side of that continent. Ah. Ah. I reckon they got magic tunnels and everything. Yeah, maybe. I reckon so, like in London and that. That's why they have government number plates, those blue ones. You know, in London it'd be the same as America, it'd be the same as Australia. They could just drive straight through those gated intersections. Buzz, 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 buzz. And they're straight there. Yeah, I reckon so, all those dead end roads. They go down those dead end roads when no one's driving on them. Ah, alright. And they come out. Yeah. Dead end roads in London or America. Alright, alright. You know when you leave your lights on? And the water like goes towards the lights? You know when I'm holding the light here? And the smoke sort of goes towards it? Alright. Well, if you could convert that system of like water or mist or air into the engine, then the engine could just fly on it, basically by how you could rev it down or like cool it out. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. So you got, yeah, so is there a light pattern? Yeah, it's like that. See how you can see that light lamp there? That comes into the engine. Then you rev it down and you lift up. Oh, yeah. You set it to height, you know. Oh. Oh. All right. What are you saying, sons? He's a lot better today. Yes, my sons. Way better. Ah. Well, I don't know why you guys went with sound. If you go with light, then light's everywhere, you know, based on the mind. So how your star's in a tree and the star links to you, or links to me, you could basically just run your star line to another star degree and travel on your skids just and launch from like, yeah, spin that star from that star grid to that tree over there, star plant. And I'll go from tree 125 to tree 45789. And then I just walk out under that tree. Because that star and that tree over there, well, one star is a star and every star is the same. Ah. So you just cross from the star that's currently in your mind or that you link to in that tree and link to the star over there in that tree and ah. Ah. Scuba diving tanks, you know? People on the hoses, tanked up the astronauts. Astronauts in like the space shuttles. You know when they're outside and they've got the long hose on them? And that's from astral plane travellers. So when they fall asleep, come out of their body and they're on a long hose. So they can still breathe and stuff. Oh. Cut hose. Oh. I think that's where he is right now. Yeah, he's trying to get back in here. But you all bloody roped in when he roped out. Yeah, I think so. He's waiting to do his gig. Ah, right. Um, hmm. So it's one roof. One roof, that's for sure. Ah. So Christ must be the spirit that is every anchoring point within the United Nations. Now spiraling. Is that basically what you're trying to say? Yeah, Studlight's ruined it. Now they think it's actually round. Ah, alright. We never had to go that far with it. Alright. With this, with everything. I know. But everyone kept getting me going, didn't they? Unless your father did. Maybe, mate. So you're saying your whole life in childhood you had no beliefs, did you, Travis? None. No beliefs at all. That's when your head cracked. Well, I knew I had all knowing. Because you're the son. And so I even became the son. And yeah, back to the moon. Satellite mind on. Boom. Carried in space, the mind. Came the world as loving. The Lord is the roof. Pitched in womb. You know, lean to roof. What happened? The sun went over and rose, rolled down, the moon flooded out, boom, the roof flooded down, and the stars went under. The moon was then there, sun was then there, and the world started to roll. The moon went, down, 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 down. Down. That's why she's out during night more, so you're dead accurate, correct there in the spiner. But then how come she's out during the day more so? Because the world rolls. So when it's heading there, the world rolls like that, and it appears there, you know? Ah, yeah. We've covered that immediate show before, the immediate access server before. Yeah? Thank you. Now we're going to look at traveling from 2 points to 1 point other than itself. Might even flip that around. No, it's better the other way, of course it was. Let's say we're going to travel from here to here through this tunnel there. And we know that this tunnel links to this tunnel, links to this tunnel, and links to this tunnel. So how are we sure to find? So we arrive at this one, so we can just spot straight there. Obviously, first we have to look at the procedure of entering into a tunnel. We already have seen the bystanders take witness of. As you can say, when you stir a coffee, it opens down the centre like the whirlpool. Simply by placing a beacon radio sign and now the location. So we put a signal from our place. Beep, 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 beep. And it'll go through there. We then enter into the wormhole situation or the wormhole place. Now we opened in the tunnel by taking a photo of that sound and receiving it back to our equipment on the ship. The tunnel then opens. And you can see there that straight there is not what you want to go. Do I get this right? The straight would return you just into the middle of nowhere, into the middle of space, you know? Oh, yeah. You'd be in the tunnel forever. You want to take the side there, which decalls to every tunnel export hole. And that's why you run that series of beep, 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 beep. And through the side there is the one you want to travel. That's where you receive the line back. Beep, 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 beep. But it come down the side there, and you lock that onto the ship, and you keep taking photos of the sound, receiving the sound back, and the tunnel would open. And you travel down there. Oh yeah, I see that picture, mate. So beep, 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 beep. You enter in this tunnel, and if you take the straight, the sight that you see, you'll just go straight. Okay. You'll keep going, you'll probably come back to it. So that's why you take the side one, and it diverts and comes like this. And you come straight out of it there at the beep and land precisely your declaration. As you were saying, when they took a photo of the tunnels, yeah, they would have picked up straight. So we captured a photo from here of this tunnel. And it runs out here. As you can see there. I would have captured a beautiful photo of the one looking in. Ah, dead right. Basically, the signal that we took would have bounced back, and we would have copied a photo of the whole galaxy or the whole universe. We downloaded it right in like bit series or bit pixels. Okay. So if we cross-generated that photo that we took and we downloaded millions and trillions of data points, or we algorithed like the frequency of this site, frequency of these sites, then it mapped the perfect universe. So it's a great dimensional place. You wanted to travel out of this one. You know, you'd send the accuracy. Beep, 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 beep. Obviously, only can come out this side. So that's all we can send it to. We can't really send it over to this side. But you could send it through here. Pick up that location. Then from there, you'd have to send it to this one here first, wouldn't you? Yeah, so you'd send it to there. Beep, 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 beep. And then you'd come through this tunnel, which would take you there. And you'd come out here. And you send the signal to this one. And you come out on this side of it now. And you send a signal in between there. And you come out over this side of it. And land here. And then obviously send a signal to this side of this one, and you come out and land there to get to this one right here. So you're saying, son, that in my belief systems as usual, the aspect that I engage with is only by following the standard reviews of what I make myself consider before the day that I mark. And when I mark the plate can be spoiled without the self being seen. But still, there's no way to consider what it ain't meaning. There's only one way to relate. So now look at look at the dog who sniffs the back end of every male dog. Yeah. So that black hole, you basically send a sound past, and it's like a fart. We then enter into the tunnel, and we're going to check that sniff. But we come out the reverse ender and land in the tail shifter. Basically, we'd be the smell riding through. Ah, right, so first the dog's nose goes, oh yeah, dog over there, you know. Then it gets closer, but we come out from the dog's nose, because they always touch your nose first, and then come out the rear end and land right there. Okay. We're looking at an interdimensional sex organ. Then it's basically birthing our plane ship. It's birthing it through those tunnels. Ah, yep. But first we need to locate, you know, where we're coming in. Ah, yeah. So if we get those satellites running properly, then we can just send sounds locked past the front opening of every tunnel. Like just have them forever there and you link it all up perfectly. And you send your spaceship in with the taking a photo sort of thing and the tunnel opens. And you can go pew, 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 pew. And land right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Just because, oh, a hole, you know, like the white holes or the black holes in space. You say it's like this. Sorry, like this. But it'd still be like that as well. It'd be every way. Oh, so it'd be like a cube. Yeah. They're sheer flat or sheer faced. Okay. So it doesn't matter if it's that way, but we can't get a sound on this face. You know, if we can get a sound over that face, then we can still fly through it and come out there and then just fly over there to where we're landing. Because if it's there, we might not be able to get sound past that face, but up here we can get a sound past. Ah, yeah, because then when you take the photo, now you're coming through and you take the photo, boom, the sound's going past it, and you capture the sound, and you keep taking photos, and you travel to that sound location. But you wouldn't capture the sound like over here, because there's no tunnel hole, no tunnel opening there. Ah, yeah. Cookery Fridays, head streams. Music with a beat considers to go deep, finding out there's more to meet when I schedule myself to the beats. Now I find out I can't pick this up, just look into the like that I can't mind, 'cause I don't need to search it online, unless my day is where I face. I only look back to what I made. Now I think my name just can't be changed, unless it's certainly one forward page. I look back to today, sunshine, but the scriptures aren't mine. Taking this forward of the heat, what do I find if I place my own first? If it's not just for me, then what do I see? Taking this day, taking this name, taking this plate, taking this page. What would you say if I couldn't work for cheap? Would you consider myself just one behind the pay? Now I think about every day. Now I look back to be the same. Would you consider myself just opened up to the heat, where the sense comes to be at the beat? Now I think about where I meet, but what do I touch if my name can't be eat? 'Cause it's not the seat that you name, it's only the gain that you make. When you think about that page, then wouldn't you consider I'd run deep through the light, 'cause I can't server it online. Now I know my name can't just be praised. Looking back to the piece that no one ever made, equipped to say, hey son, isn't that seat made? And I think about it today, 'cause my name can't just be changed, unless I can't serve myself. Then what would I find if I float out tonight? Yes, you know it's true, and it's red hot in the scene. 'Cause I'm not just there where I could be made, but one would say, hey boy, ain't that just your cake? So you know we have one out, like our closest solar system around us, Jupiter with heaps of rings. Do you reckon that's all the gas deposits for Jupiter within the ground? When we go to the next solar system, it's probably another planet, sort of like a gas planet like Jupiter, but maybe the same amount of rings. Alright. And so we zoom on our solar system, and then we zoom past it. We find the exact same. We go past that and find the exact same. The exact same and the exact same. Then we go from our solar system until we've used that plummeting, to the next one until we've used that plummeting, to the next one until we've used that plummeting. Yeah, I know we're never going to fly up there in space. It's just for the train endeavour. Oh, so you're saying in our solar system there's a tunnel port? Yep, that's right. Oh, yeah. In the next solar system there's a tunnel port. Our solar system, then the next solar system. This tunnel here, you can relay to this one here, being in space over the world here. This one here, over the world here. Right. Then the next solar system, You know, over the world here. And the next solar system, over the world here. Ah, so then you could just tunnel through the tunnels and around to the... Oh yeah, if we're looking into space for the future, I know when we look at it like we're looking at Jupiter, we know where it's going to be in the future. Ah, but you could still say that galaxy over here, that solar system over here, well, that tunnel's still equipped to be here today. Because that's where it's going to be in the future, and there's only today. Oh, yeah. Now, the Lord only wants praise. Yes, mate. Of course, mate. And you're saying if you make that your belief, that we send a sound past that black hole, and take a photo and we enter into the tunnel and fly out of the tunnel. Embryroid. Embroid. Amber and Royd. Emergent of an android. Emergent of an Angledroid. Angledroid. Angledroid, yeah. Ah. That's how you have the light angle. I gave it to Jesus. You gave it to Jesus, the light angle. Oh, full-time job, like, I'd have to be, yeah, I want that cloud there, mate, that cloud there, you know. Right, he's got way more time than I do. Yes, mate. Of course, mate. Gave all my gifts to Jesus. Ah. What was I going to do with it? Like, write the whole... I'd have to write... I wouldn't be able to stop writing. Well, to do tricks every day out there. Alright. That's why you got that place that you bother in, isn't it? Maybe where I'm looking at. Where you're looking at? Yeah. So where am I looking right now? Ah, behind the eyes. Ah. Behind the eyes. Is that when you'd have one eye? I don't know. You're saying when the first ancestors We're still on the train on the comms. And everyone rode the train back from here and then came out. The indigenous one over this way was going, yep, and the moon's about to rise on the horizon. And in South Africa, yep, the moon's about to rise on the horizon. Yep, America, Native America, yep, the moon's about to rise on the horizon. They all seen the same moon rise. Well, good enough, good day. The enemy stated that they would have said the exact same thing based on their parameters on their property. Property shoreline, yeah. Moon's about to rise on the horizon. You might would have seen it. Alright. And one drifted to sleep. So one seen it. One drifted to sleep on this side. That's when the world was spinning. And seeing it rise on the horizon. You're saying 1,000 years of mapping, and that 1,000 years of mapping experts haven't considered a plate. Yeah, the plate. That it's just a curved TV screen that rolls in on sound. Alright. And you think you're going around, that's just the roof rolling out flat. Oh. So really you don't even move, you know? Especially when you're on water. You're like rowing, but you don't really move. Like, you're moving the water. And it's like when you stand there in the water and go like this. You do it really fast. You look behind and the beach will be gone, you know? Riding rollerblades maybe. But still, when you're now not standing, you're pushing the water, aren't you? And the boat doesn't actually go forward. Oh, when you like lock onto one star. Star would like follow you. So say it's going this way, the star would follow you. Oh, because the star's just following that place with the water. Yeah. And you come around and that star would like... Oh. But the star would still be there. Yeah, because that star there is like the plate that you came from. And then you land on this plate, and that star would still be there. Yeah, then you run across that continent, and the star would follow you at night time speed, yeah. Then you go over the water, and it'd follow you, but that one would come around, and that'd be like the second continent. And then the third continent star would be up there. Michael Davis. Consider that weighted, son. Well, that's actually what we observed. No, we never observed anyone going around it. Well, I've seen them take off straight. But how come you can't see them? What do you mean? You can't see them like straight with a telescope. Has anyone ever checked that? You know, once they said the world was rounded, back in the old days when we thought it's flat, we probably couldn't see that far. But once they made it round, then no one probably checked. But I can look at a star. Yeah. Oh, and you're saying those stars are the parameter of the shoreline, as well as the hill and crest and crevice peaks. Yeah, as well as the mountain retainers, rivers that stream down and through and under always the series. And that's actually the flower of life. Yeah, but you can't see it like that. So say it's that cube shape, like a square shape. You know, you got mountains up like that, and then mountains like that, and then you got like the river that comes down that mountain. It might go down this way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that roof is Jesus, you know the truth. Oh, and he covers the whole globe because it's blue everywhere. That's why, like, you know, you might have heaps of stars here, but as it's getting like on in the night, then another stream like sort of comes down this way. That'd be where the night is crossing to the next continent. Oh, and it's about to flip under. Ah, ah. And also, you wouldn't be able to see around because the waves. You wouldn't be able to see straight because the waves. Because the waves, yeah. You're saying that if you wanted to go to another one, you just lock the sound onto that one, so. Beep, 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 beep. And that's the one you're going to sense if you're going to that one. Let's say you're going to this one. So you're sending the sound here. And then the tunnel would open and take you down through there. Yeah. Even though that's... Well, you can only come out one way in a tunnel. Ah. Let's say there's no tunnels and it was just a race expo. Then you could do it with the moon. To another sun or solar eclipse. A solar eclipse on another planet or station. Yeah. So you'd go for the moon and come out the sun in that system. So you'd send the sound at that sun. Yeah, send the sound straight at that sun. Beep, 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 beep. And when the moon's at solar eclipse, the sound would bounce back through the sun and you'd detect through the moon. Oh. Moon to moon gateways. Exactly, Jet. Exactly. Danny, that's sword, Danny. That's sword, Danny. But now imagine if we... Ah. It's enough for today, kids. Alright. He's distracting us from the first article about planting seeds. How do you conjoin everything so well together? What, like that little egg on top that has the seed in it to plant and grow the tree, where the flower sits and becomes the fruit and becomes the roof. Yeah, and a whole new roof means a whole new system. But it's like a space tree. Imagine like how we live in the tree. We're in one tree in the world at the moment, and you can't see the branches. That'd be like when the wind follows through. So our cold fronts always come like this way. That'd be like a branch, you know? Yeah. Light in the branch, when air hits it, becomes wind, or a wind tunnel, or a rain tunnel. Yeah. The leaves all turned under, and get the full bloom. Then when the moon arises, well, like when the moon's behind a tree, and you can see on the lips of the leaves, all like flicky lights. That'd be like the stars. So we just go Grandad Alders. Well, that's what I was saying, that tree. It's just one tree out there at the moment. This whole world that we're sitting in. Yeah. Then there's trees coming out the ground, which aren't like trunks. They're massive branches. Like trees, like a brain inside of a tree. Yeah. When one leaf opens, we see comet. Right. No comet's longer than the tip of your nose. To say a comet's going like this, you'll see it like there, and it'll stop there, which is the same angle as your nose. Yeah. Or same width as a tree. So there might be a tree here about here. You'll see a comet or a shooting star, and it'll only go from there to there. What if there's a smaller tree in front of it? So that tree's there. If you were standing in front of this tree, it'd run from there to there. And that's the same length as that. Once it changes angle, yeah. Just praising the marvelous creator, aren't you, son? Yeah, the designer. Alien buddy. No, I don't know if that was the Lord. Very well, son. said I woke up at 1. It wasn't my tongue, but I felt the sun tell me he is done. When it comes to be, certainly believe they'll try and run, but I'm there with my gun. And I know it's true, the face you make when you're feeling abused, when you're serving just someone who confused. And I tear it down because no one's ever made me see I'm separate from the sky. Unless I couldn't be believed, then what would I find if I couldn't float in for free? Now I know it's true that you made me believe in you, and I found out there's only one way to take a seat when it's in front of the preview that came to be. Made it believing in such a sea, and I know it's the truth, cause my name can't be confused. Unless my dungeon, unless my dragon can tell you there's no way to go this summer. Unless I made a mate, then what would I find? If I'm not there to hide, then would you still call me the sunshine? Unless my finger ain't on that trigger, then I'll find out that I'm just one brick lower. And when you find out there's no way to take me the same as anyone who used to play, then I think about these days, I think about those waves, I think about those mates who say, hey Travis, are you still the same? And I think about it, it tears me apart, and I find in myself there's only one way to feel when the sun shines, senses for me that it's real. Yes, it's real. You'll take me before the day that you've made out, cause I know that it's true. When blood can't be confused with any old who. Then I still say it's okay to tear my page, cause I'd rest any way that it's made. And when I find there's another height, I'll be left to spoil my mind. Cause my brothers, yeah, my sisters, I've shared this song just because I'm not a pro. And I know I'm stoned, and I know I'm crap, I know I've left, and they can't even say to me, my friend, where'd you go? My friend, are you alone? My friend, could you place me a bone? When it's only there, when it's only fair, then it looks like I've caught the wind once again tonight. So don't you say to me that you're shy, cause I know you can run and hide, unless there's no way to see that sunshine. Cause I couldn't make out, like anyone has said, it's not the best yet, my friend, you've only laid down with your head. So don't be confused, don't be some today, make sure you left some behind, make sure you walked out in time. Because before that hour, before that flower, you showed me there's only one bower, there's only one dower. So make sure it's true that you left yourself some range, and make sure you make it out to the home that I've made. 'Cause it's not just for you to say, unless it spoiled my page. Now I think what it has made, for I just sense that it's all yours to take. So when I am here, what would you find? If there's no way out from me, then won't you make it in your mind? 'Cause it's only the truth that no one could see. There's only one way to be. Before the day that I am made, I'll show myself the way. I'm sure I'll navigate and see it through my sun. Because I'm not just the one, I'm only that gun that could steal the show or erect the toad. 'Cause my name can't be placed, there's only one that stands at the gate. When they find in my mind a steel frame, I'll make sure it's placed in my blame. And I know it's only where I place all that such things should be, unless I can't make anything today. So what would you say? So what would you show? Unless I'm not there to tell, then I'm sure I'll be late. 'Cause no one has said it's not my show, unless you can take more than you can make. So thank you, Jesus, and yes, you, my Lord, for having me stay once more. It's been pleasantly, and I could find out least that you could stay Lee before me Lee could be like my Lee. But yes, my smile is shared, my embrace is kept, and I know it's true when you say to me, is that the truth, Lee? And I could breathe out to this need, but isn't me needing Lee? Or would I find my brain Lee isn't like this today? Unless it ain't Lee, then I could say, is it snap Lee or quick least? And you could show Lee what it means to be left Lee. But I'm only knowing of my name before the rain. So what would I take if there's no page? If there's no one to see that I am late? Before that day, I'll find myself another wife. Because I'm still there, mate, and I'm showing this today, for I felt it's okay. Now that I am, I'll say to my son, it's okay to leave me your gun. I'm sure I'll play it okay, but still today, I couldn't find out. There's not even a window to score, and I know that my name can only be Chance. Because if it's like this, they'll say, hey, haven't you pants? And yeah, it might be true, but often Lee, I find out Lee, that I can take it early. Namely, my lord. First names are the first names that are recognised to be first names. But some names are second names, and those second names aren't always first names. But sometimes we met with the first name, but it was after the second name was introduced to us. Then we realised that the second names aren't the best names to be taken at first. Then we find out the first names aren't the best names to be placed with at first. Then we realise that no name can be made out from itself without names not being seen. So yes, Jesus was his second name and Christ was his beginning. Jesus was his second name. Mr. Jesus. Christ was his beginning. Is that Mr. Jesus? Ready, mate? Yes, mate. Oh, you don't want to go. Ah. 1, 2, 3. You got me today, Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Don't do this again, Daddy. Oh, no. You got me on the barrier. It's got me on the barrier. Push off of it. Would work because it's both my hands.